What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Dose of Dopeness. Oh, yeah. Where we have our special guest, as usual, the producer, Keone Stevens, and my very, very good friend, Tone Robinson. Finger snaps,
What it
finger snaps.
do? What it do?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today's episode is going to be called Dead Plants. All right, Dead Plants. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and check in with my battle buddies today. What's up, Keone? How was your day today?
My day since it's over because it's midnight over here on the East Coast, and you all vibrant and jumping up and down with all that damn 6 p.m. in the evening energy is about to make me damn
Yo,
sick to my
yo,
stomach.
yo.
But other than that, it was a great day. We had my perspective on earlier. That was a damn joy and funny. And I'm here with you doing another dose of dopeness with
Episode
cornbread,
two.
Earl, and me.
Watch this.
He too young for that.
Now he Usher.
Yeah, he probably let me stop.
See, I know where you was going. I know where you was
I love these love taps.
Hey, you know what he
going.
said? Hey,
I
when
love these love taps.
you're in the military, you get the shots for free. So
Zeta Myosin.
that's Z-Pack.
Oh my gosh. What's up, Tone? What's up, man? It's midnight over there. How things over there in Georgia?
That's a fact. Late as fuck, but still holding on, still making it, man. Always had to pull up for the boy one time.
How's
Glad
the
it's
hospital
Friday
over
though.
there?
For
How's the hospital
sure.
life?
What rhymes with brash?
Oh, rash.
Cash, maybe?
Yeah, there you
Cash
go. Yeah,
Flash?
it's
Flash.
cash for sure.
Cash.
Definitely cash.
Yeah.
Definitely cash. That's what it is. Yeah,
Well,
I
that was the
mean,
word I was looking for.
I've done some flash and got some cash. So I mean,
Yeah, see, oh, well, hold on, whoa,
Hey,
different show,
yo.
different show, different
Hey,
show.
yo, you done some flash and got some cash for that? Whoa. Wait, you were at Chippendale?
what was
I
that
see what
song?
type of producer he got going on. I
What
see.
was that? What was that song? You want to see some ass? I want to see some
Oh,
cash.
Lord.
Make it
You are
rain,
from
bitch.
Florida. You are from Florida. Yep, you
I
are
throw
from Florida.
quarters at that bitch. It resembles raindrops more than dollars.
And technically, that was Travis Porter, and they're from Georgia. So,
That was Travis Porter?
yeah, that was Make It Rain.
All right, okay. But what Richie's saying
Ah.
is everything that's contributed to ass is thankful for us. Okay, thank you, Miami, for allowing
I
everybody
mean,
to rap and sing about ass.
can we take a moment to say that, it was Luke. It was my man Luke who started all that little nasty stuff. Just saying.
Yeah,
Am I
he
lying?
was a pioneer. He
had a-
was a pioneer.
I
Am
had
I
a
lying?
friend,
Parental advisory shit, all of that, because of him.
I had a
Hey,
friend.
wasn't he the one who came out with that song? Hey, we want some.
I think that was the '69 boys.
No,
Was
oh
it?
my God, you're
I
so
think so.
no. That was Luke. Anyway,
See?
69 boy. Well, what's wrong with you? I had a friend that used to say, like in the early 2000s, he said, the Northeast makes that rap that makes you sit there and bob your head. The South makes that rap that makes you want to party. The West Coast makes that rap that makes you want to go shoot somebody. And he's like, the Midwest doing this rap that makes you go, what the fuck is that?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Well, my brothers. I'm
Uh-huh.
glad that y'all had a good day. Or maybe a little we lost one.
Well, Tone got that
That COVID
what is
Wi-Fi.
it? No. He got the that Spectrum. Yeah, that Spectrum Wi-Fi, that
He has dial-up internet. Oh
that
man.
1 gigahertz.
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll
We
just go ahead
had
and
him
get
on the
started with
phone.
that.
We said, "What you doing?" He said, "I'm booting up my internet," and all we heard in the background was. You probably yelling at somebody now.
dial-up.
Get off the phone! You knocked me off the internet.
Hey, that's that Columbus, Georgia internet right there. You gotta dial it up.
Oh,
I used to have that.
man.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
So, what the hell do you mean by dead plants?
So what I mean by dead plants is, this is considered between, relationships, friendships, while you're in, a business setting. Um, a lot of people that have big hearts, or a lot of people who are just in general, tend to do a lot for people, pour into people. you know, always giving them positivity, always motivating them, but those individuals never give that in return. So it's almost like sending a text message, you know. I know there's a saying out there that says, you know, I think it was like maybe a week. It says like spend a week or two without texting nobody. That lets you know that you've been watering dead plants because you're always the one, you know what I'm saying? Texting first.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
you see me? Oh, here it. Wow. What's going
no,
on,
well,
Kim?
because sometimes no, it's a good one, but I think sometimes sometimes people will use quotes and everything to their advantages, and we take it out of context. Like me,
Hmm.
it depends on your level of friendship. I got friends we might not text each other for 2 months, and then when we text, it's like we text yesterday.
Yeah.
We don't have a need to text each other every
Yeah.
week,
But do
every
they
2 weeks.
text you back though?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We text just like we
Exactly.
just texted the day before. No, but I'm saying when I know some people, I've had somebody tell me, "Well, I didn't text you to 4 days to see if you were going to text me." I'm like, "Oh, okay, well,
Well,
good for
that's
you."
like a planned type
Yeah,
shit. Like you're
I'm just
planning
going
that.
off of the
Yeah.
quote. I'm just going off of the thing that you just said. Don't
Also, I'll
text
give you an
anybody
example.
for.
There's been times where I've texted a lot of people in my day, and you know what I'm
Mhm,
saying. I'm just checking into them. I'm just like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? I'm just checking on you. Hey, if you ever need something, let me know. So like that. You know, people who go through stuff and things of that nature. However, when I was down bad, I mean, and I was going through my thing, it was like silence. Like if I'm always reaching out to you and pouring, you know, positivity in you, I guess my thing is where I used to be this way. Like, why can't I get that in the same, you know, that same context?
What
Like I used to be that.
reciprocity?
Exactly. Like I
well,
really used to take that personal.
mhm,
I really did. I mean, I don't anymore because you know I've come to the realization that you know I have to stop putting certain people on a pedestal and really stop giving a fuck about people and what they think about me. And I've come, for example, a lot of people are not comfortable with being alone, and I was one of those people.
mhm,
I was one of those people who were not comfortable with being alone. I've always had to have like people around me. I always felt like I
mhm,
needed to make
mhm,
somebody's day by making them smile and stuff like that.
mhm.
But then, and I used to get frustrated whenever I got that back. But now it's just like I really don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna tell you two
I've been a
things.
lot happier since then.
I'm gonna tell you two things. One is I'm glad you're not like that anymore. One is, and I'm not saying you were. I remember I'm speaking to the audience. Never
Yeah,
do things and expect the same because everybody's different. The same kind of love and care you're gonna give somebody may not be the same exact kind that they're going to give you. I used to be like
yeah,
that too. We all go through that where I would do something, but then it doesn't come back in return. But then I realized I'm doing it because that's me. When you were doing that stuff, that's you. You can't expect
yeah,
them to be you. It doesn't always mean that person doesn't care. They might not just show. I have friends that don't show their care the same way I do, but I know they care. But I get what
yeah,
you're also saying too.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
the
yeah.
second thing um, that you said, darn it, now I lost it. You said something
But
else after that, and that was actually the first thing I wanted to tell you, but I lost it. But it'll come back.
you're getting old. That's what happens when you get old, Keone.
Yeah, okay, but you
Sorry
still
about
can't
it.
kick my ass.
Sheesh.
You about the size of one of my legs.
Hey,
Hey, but
you haven't seen me in
seriously,
quite
I
some
I
time.
honestly
I bulked up a little bit.
I think it is like what you were saying. I think it is circumstantial, and it do depend on the friendship that you have with that other person. Because, like you were saying, myself, I'm naturally a giver. I'm here for people. I'm listening. I'm always there to lend a ear, lend a shoulder, lend a helping hand. But in my younger days, I used to kind of be the same way, where I expected it back because I thought that's what friendship was. If I pour into you, you should be doing the same for me. But then I had to grow up and realize that not every relationship is the same, not every friendship is the same. So I shouldn't expect those things, especially if that's my nature to give. I know that's not everyone else's nature. Some people experience and develop emotions in different ways. So I can't hold that against somebody else for not being like me. That's what makes us all unique. So at the
Well,
end
let
of
me.
the day, what? Go ahead.
Well, you know
No,
what
no,
else?
no. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Whoa, I
Oh no,
don't
I
know
was
what's
just gonna
going
say,
on
well,
with
just at
your
the end of the
thing
day,
that
that's
quick.
what makes it circumstantial, because I could have that relationship with one of my homeboys that I talk to every day, and
Mhm.
then I could have an even tighter relationship with somebody like he said, my actual brother. I talk to him maybe like once or twice a week, or maybe once or twice a month, and bond is tighter than a Chinese finger trap. but like someone else that I may talk to once or twice a week, it may just be a surface level thing, but it seems deeper because there's more time spent. So honestly, it's just I guess the level of depth that you go into with each relationship.
Oh, well, two things too. And now I remember because it tied into what I was trying to remember when I was talking to Rick. One of the things is we use the word friend too easily because it's just a natural thing to do. If I just
Facts.
met Rick
Facts.
3 days ago and I've been friends with you, Tone, for 5 years, when I introduce him, like, oh, this is my friend Rick. This is my homeboy Rick. So we throw that word around, but everybody's not your friend. Some people, they're just your acquaintance.
Acquaintance,
And that's
associate.
yeah, they're acquaintance and associates. So those are the ones who really. And then another thing is, what is that person's predicament? For instance, if I had a friend that was going through something, and I put a lot of time and effort, and then I was going through something, and they really couldn't. But the difference is, I was single at the time, and I only had to worry about me. My friend had a wife and 3 kids and 2 jobs, so I couldn't expect the same level of attention.
Right.
And I would be wrong to it because he had 2 kids that were going through something. So I was like, man, I'm good. He felt bad, like, oh man, I can't help you. I said, you got a whole family over here.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Like, I know you can't give me that kind of attention to help out. So sometimes it's circumstances, but what Rick was saying, for the most part, we know who you're really talking about. Just those people where it's a one-way friendship. It's a one-way friendship.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Remember
That's
So
on
let me
dead
ask
plan.
y'all this: have y'all ever just sat back and thought about, dang, like why do I have this big heart? Why do I continue to help people and continue to pour into people and I just can't get that at all? Like, and it's
Yeah.
You don't need to.
draining. Like it's draining. It's like it's been times, Keone, it's been times where I was like, hey, Tone will tell you, there's been times where I was back at the hospital, when I was in IC over there, and I was like, I got this much left. Like I don't know if I'm going to make it, like, because I'm just giving my all to everybody, even
Well,
my
you gotta
enemies.
if
Even
you
my enemies,
change,
I'm like,
if you but you said you but that was in the past, right? Because you said you
oh yeah,
changed
yeah. I'm
part
just
of
giving an
that
example. I'm
was
just giving
when
an example.
no, I got you. That was
Yeah.
when we were expecting it, when we were expecting
Yeah.
people to, and what do they always say? You don't do it to receive. And that's when we have those friends that always do stuff to receive. And you know how you know that friend or that associate? Because they always bring it up. I thought you
Yeah.
did it for me out of the kindness of your heart. Why are you bringing? Remember when I did such and such?
But some people ain't like that though. Like, so when I did that, I was just like, I just did out of the goodness of my heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those other
But then you
people.
come into those situations where it's like, all right, I'm struggling, and it's like phone is dry.
Well, you never hit
and
me
people
up.
know, and people
Crickets.
Tone, he ain't never hit me up, so I don't know what to tell him.
Oh my
Maybe you was hitting up the wrong
Mm.
people.
Mm.
I find out your down parts by accident.
See, he pouring into all them dead plants over there. He just don't know
Right,
how to pick them. That's what it
right,
is.
right.
I see your angle. I see why you named this episode that.
you're just
You
the
hitting up the
blooming rose bush that I
wrong
miss.
plant.
The blooming rose bush that I miss.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm a daffodil. But anyway.
Hey, no, but shout out to I will say there hey, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that there wasn't anybody. There's been some people down there. I mean, I see Jessica, you on live, IG live. Shout out to everybody that's on my IG live right now. But
That
Jessica,
should be going over to
she was there.
YouTube to watch the full show so you can see who he's talking to.
Yeah, because I look good. You missing this. It's a
But
whole
yes, like
when
I was going through my stuff.
to get the shine.
Oh, here we go, man. Here we go.
I'm unavailable, but I look good though. I just want to throw that out there. That's it. That's all. That's it.
But yeah, the homie Jessica back in Texas, we had a lot of conversations when I was going through stuff. So shout out to her. Shout out to my boy Angel. You know what I'm saying? He was down there for me.
Damn, he got a whole list of people he called before me. Whoa.
You see where he at on that totem pole, don't you, Keone? You see it just keep getting lower and lower.
Integral part.
Go.
No, but I told you.
Here we go.
He don't know how to call me for that stuff. But he want to call me telling to go, hey, I want to talk to you about the state of the NCO Corps. About that bullshit. I'm retired. Like, you want to call me about that bullshit, but you don't want to call me about nothing else.
But
How do
no
you
I
write
hate
a
you.
problem.
I hate you so
counseling?
much.
How do you
Sorry
write a
about it.
counseling on such and such? I'm like, this is what you're hitting me up for? Okay.
What would you do if a soldier said, "Fuck you, I'm tired of this shit," and slammed stuff up? Right, Tone? You were there.
You know what I always said to him, Tone, when he brings something like that to me?
What
I
was up?
always say, "What did you say?"
Tone,
And I said,
Tone. What would you
Honestly, this time
give that situation?
nothing. Yeah,
Give that
I was there.
situation.
I was there. That shit was wild.
no, well,
Everybody
you
was
already.
kind of like,
I
it was
hope
like a
whatever
TV
you
moment. You
did
know, when
made,
everybody looks up and they're like,
I hope whatever you did made me proud.
I counseled the soldier because that was a lot better than what Tone know I wanted to do.
Wait,
should did.
oh, you
I was
already
There was
there.
know.
I was
time.
definitely the devil on his other shoulder. I was like,
You,
nah, do it. Put them
you,
gloves
No, because
on.
there was
Fuck it.
time. I ain't
you
got
already know
wall to wall
what
counseling. Would have been
happened.
brought that
Wall
to
to
me.
wall. Bring
Remember the
them back.
girl? Hey, remember the girl we had that hit um that hit the NCO?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, well, you're gonna remember. It was in, what was the clinic that Top was in back in Fort Leonard Wood?
I know you're
That
talking
clinic,
about.
but you know what clinic I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And the girl, the one that I gave the 95-page counseling, she hit the NCO, and then all the other NCOs came around. Tone, it was like, "Hey, don't do that. Come over here." When I got wind of it, I stood right in front of that girl face. I said, "You hit the right one, because if you would hit me, I would have smacked your ass over that desk and then counseled the shit out of you."
He was wild.
And
That
she
was
was like,
wild. That was fucking
"Put your
wild.
damn hands on me. What's wrong
Hey,
with
keep your
you?"
hands to yourself. They teach you that shit in kindergarten.
Hey,
Yeah.
apparently some people just got passed through kindergarten. a
So
lot.
apparently,
A lot of
no
people.
child left behind, I guess.
Oh my God, really? You gonna bring
So
that
how
up?
do y'all feel about, so when it comes to giving your all, just on a personal side, how do y'all feel about that on the business side as far as freaking for example, Tone, all right, since you're retired now, Keone, when it comes to soldiers, how you feel about doing that all with soldiers and then they turn around and just, for lack of better words, are ungrateful. And then you
Well,
have that, it's always that one soldier where you're
well,
dragging them, you're doing
um,
everything for them, and all that.
well,
The next thing you know, then Sergeant Major's office, hey,
well,
Sergeant
there's a,
Stevens is he doesn't he told me to go to the board at the last minute, and I'm
I
not
never,
ready.
well, again, I'm all about, I'm a leadership person. I never had that problem. I never, ever, ever, I never had that problem. I'm not saying it
Never
to say I'm
had.
the greatest. I'm not saying I'm the greatest that ever, but I never ever had that problem. I
So
never.
there's never been a soldier.
I would have. Rick, you were there with me. Other,
You was
like,
one of them.
I
What you
wasn't there
mean?
with you for
no,
20
no, no,
years.
no. What I'm saying is, but bro, I didn't change. Remember, like we would have a Class A inspection, and I would have my little squad there doing it. What was
Yeah.
the other soldiers from the other squads doing? Coming to my barracks, getting their stuff checked after their NCO checked it. I never had those issues.
Yeah.
It's because when I did have a soldier like that, I told you Hartwell was going to come over here on here one day. He was like that, but that's when we go and have a heart to heart, not a heart to heart like I'm gonna beat your ass, but we go and sit down and I get to the meat of what's really going on. What's your backstory? Like a lot of
Yeah.
people don't want to put that time in. Now, here's the thing: you might put it in, and they might still be ungrateful in the beginning because that's what they're used to. They've had somebody or people in their life that have said, "I'm here for you," whether it's a father, whether it's somebody in Big Brother, and then they've disappointed them. So then when they see
And
another
been let
person
down.
that's showing their all, they don't know if it's real or not. So it
Yeah.
took
Mhm.
him going home before deployment and smoking weed for the first time, and me and him sitting in Sergeant Major's office. And when my platoon sergeant said, "Take all his rank and money," and I
Mm.
said, and Sergeant Major said, "What do you think, Stevens?" And I went against my platoon sergeant. And I said, "Take his rank, let him keep his money. He just had a baby." And when he looked up and saw my platoon sergeant looking at me, and I didn't give a bleep, that's when I won him over. So you got to know, you got to get in here. And then we also have to, is it the other person's fault that you gave your all and they disappointed you? We got to be careful of who we're giving our all to. It's your choice.
Yes
point.
and no.
Yes, it is. You decide who you're going to give your all to, whether you're
Well, I
given or
mean,
not.
But don't you think that us being in the
Yeah.
military, we're left with no choice? Like,
Huh?
there's been plenty of times I wanted to say,
No,
fuck that
we're
soldier.
left with a choice.
Oh, you're left with a choice because if I
We're
give you,
definitely left with a
yeah,
choice.
I give you my
Or
all,
should
and
I
I feel
say,
like,
what is the good leader? What does the good leader do?
yeah, but a good leader also knows
Well,
when
the
he
good
gotta.
leader assesses the situation.
A good leader
True,
You
also
definitely
knows.
assess the situation, and you make that determination for yourself.
Mhm.
Is this situation, is this person, is this time gonna be worth it? And if it is,
Mhm.
if you feel like there's even a hint of this dude or this girl got a chance,
yeah,
then you throw your all into it, but you do it in a way that you're not fucking yourself up. You do it
Yeah.
in a way that's still gonna be conducive to you and them. But if you know, like for instance, the
what up,
bigger
Chris?
soldier that's in a supply, right? You
Yeah,
know you can give your all and that shit ain't gonna stick. It's gonna be like mixing oil with vinegar or oil with water. It's just not gonna work. So you have to assess that situation and say, okay, I can still provide some excellent leadership to them, but it's only gonna go so far and I'm only gonna divest so much of my time because I
yeah.
know the end result isn't gonna be what I think it should be. So it would be an ultimate waste for me to dive as deep as I could go.
I ain't gonna
So
lie, man.
yeah,
I
because
agree with you, Tone, but I ain't gonna lie. After
It's
leaving,
hard to do.
after leaving Bennett and you seeing, the battles I've done, especially when it comes down to putting people
okay,
at
okay.
risk.
Listen, wait, cut. First of
Oh my
all,
fucking god,
combat
bro.
combat arms over here. I'm very insulted when you non-combat arms people keep talking about the battles. Okay, well, let's calm down on the battles I went through. All right, okay, Bosnia, two tours Iraq. Let's not use battles. Okay,
All right, we're not gonna use battles.
you know
We're
what,
not.
Tone?
You're a
I'm a
little
Tone.
delirious today.
Tone, have you ever
You're a
been to
little
Iraq?
delirious.
Tone, have you ever been deployed?
I
Tone.
haven't, and I've been begging to
This
go.
is this is what we always say. You can tell if somebody is combat arms or special ops or whatever, because they've got their weapon, they might have a knee pad or two, minimal gear. When you see the
Mhm.
person with knee pads, elbow pads, chest pad, extra ammo,
That wasn't me.
50 magazines, you're like supply,
Yeah,
That wasn't
medic,
me.
like some support.
support,
Where you got all that
support.
shit on? Where you
That wasn't
going?
me. That wasn't
All
me.
right, so what are
Yeah.
these battles you went through? Go ahead.
Oh, shall I say these challenges?
There we
Sergeant
go.
Yeah,
majors like to.
challenges and
Yeah, these sergeant
confrontations.
majors like
Yeah.
to use that nowadays. I hear they're teaching at Sergeant Majors Academy. These
Oh
challenges
my
that I
god.
encountered in the hospital life. Coming here, I tried everything I could. I tell you not to have or mentor any type of soldiers, like none. I needed a break because it's like, hey, I got no more left. I got nothing left to give to soldiers. I'm
See,
glad
that
I'm in
was
a scope.
see, look,
I'm
that's your
glad I'm
fault.
in operations.
I ain't teach you
I'm
like
glad
that.
I'm really a team of nothing but seniors and we ain't got no soldiers to worry about. But for some reason, and you already know, Tone, they always find the good leaders. I'm already just mentoring because I don't step on NCO's toes. Like 5 soldiers, man. Like, like they're just coming like, hey, Sergeant Kane, if you don't mind, can I do this and that and third? Can you give me advice on this? Hey, can I read this book? I'm like, yeah, so I don't care, man. Hey, it is what it is. And then I'm just talk to him stuff like that. But then I find myself, I'm like, here we go again. Just
Well,
like,
yeah, that's what you. I mean, that's what lead. Listen,
You have
I
that
I know
light
I
that's what leaders
shining.
do,
I
but I'm
never
just saying.
had that problem you had because what did I used to always tell you? I'm gonna stress y'all out. Y'all ain't never. Remember, I used to tell you. You said, "Am I stressing you?" I said, "No,
No,
y'all
Chris,
never
you
stress me out.
wildin'. You
I'm
wildin'.
stressing you out." So I never had that problem because I was never overtaxed because a good leader knows when to cut one off too. And then sometimes you got to dial it back. Some people that I was giving my all to, I'm like, you know what? Let me dial this back a little bit because now he gets to see or she gets to see what happens when I'm not giving my all. And
Yeah,
now they're more appreciative of it. So it's like you have to know how to maneuver and change your methods.
yeah,
Okay, you can't
Yeah.
just be on that one gear because if you're on that one gear and it doesn't work, now you've put all that energy into that gear and that gear didn't work out.
Yep. Stuck
So
on
it's
stacking.
and then you get better at it. I'm pretty sure you're good at it already, but I'm pretty sure you're better at it than you were 5 years ago.
oh my God, way better at it than I was 5 years ago. Way better,
Yeah.
way better. What
Yeah.
about you, Tone? Because you should be. Wait, you still got them soldiers over there?
I technically got one for real.
One.
You don't know
I mean,
that.
Chicken sandwich.
Damn,
Oh, Sierra.
damn.
but she leaving soon, so
Where's
What
she
was
going?
what was the smart? Why are you being
last
nosy?
That's the homie. Sierra's the homie.
Okay, but
yeah,
still, if
she
she the
went on
homie,
Alaska,
then
bro.
you should ask her.
Oh my god.
She actually sent you a message, I believe. She
Right,
told
but
me
you
she
probably
did.
didn't answer for 2 weeks, so you the dead plan.
So hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
No, Ricky a
See,
dead
what
ass
had
plant.
happened
Hear me out.
was
He ain't even
Hear
a
me
dead
out.
plant.
Hear
He
me
one
out.
of them plastic plants that you put.
good for the aesthetic.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Tell her.
Oh God!
Tell
No, you
her.
tell her.
Listen. I was only able to salvage a few of
Uh-huh.
my contacts because my
Oh, here we
phone.
go. This bullshit. New
My
phone.
phone.
Who
It's
this?
not
New
bullshit.
phone, new
Who
me,
It's
this?
not
huh?
bullshit.
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
bullshit.
You know,
And I'll tell you
wait.
why.
Tone. Nah, you shut up, Rick. That excuse used to work in the old days. Now with Apple and Google, you say it's all your phone numbers. So
I
even if
don't.
you
I
get a
don't
new
back it up.
phone,
I don't back it up.
it does it automatically when you save it.
That's what I'm saying. So there'll be times where it'll back up, and I'm just turning it off because I'm like walking out the
Well,
house. Or
was
I'm using the
Tone one
internet
of
for
the
something
was
else.
Tone? This is how I used to get them. Was Tone one of the numbers you were able to salvage?
It was.
Does Tone know the person that you couldn't salvage?
Yes.
Could you not have asked Tone for the number of the person that's a mutual friend that you couldn't salvage?
Get him. Get in his ass, Keone. Let him know.
Listen to me. I also changed my number. So
Oh, this nigga knew he had changed his number. Oh,
you changing your
man.
number doesn't change her number, fool.
I also changed my number. So if she sent me a text, I didn't get it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
You changed your
Hey,
number
Sierra,
a
if you're
week
listening,
ago.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A
Sorry
week
about it.
ago. Okay, whatever.
Sorry
You
about
know
I'll
what?
let her know on Monday.
Let her know. I will shoot you my new number because I don't think I gave you my new number, buddy.
Ricky's a goddamn mess.
Bro, hey Chris, hey, shout out to everybody who's watching me on IG. Go ahead and check out the YouTube link. I put it in my story.
Every time you lie, your waves start moving.
Really? Nah, but yo, I can't. Funny story.
That fucked him up, Tone. He can't
Yeah, got his ass stuck. He like, I don't know what to do.
Funny story. I had to change my number because I had a stage 5 clinger.
Oh,
I had a stage 5 clinger, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a lot of messaging. It was a lot of calling. It was a lot of popping up out of nowhere. I was like, how'd you know I was downtown Waikiki? What's going on?
I told you this.
was on. That's how.
I told you this when you was a young man. If you're not gonna be serious with them, stop putting them in missionary and looking in their eyes. I told you that a long time ago.
Oh
But
my
you do it
God.
anyway, and then you wonder why they hooked.
So you giving him the husband strokes, but ain't trying to be a husband, huh? That's
Right.
If I tell them up front, this is what it is, nothing more, nothing less, and they take
Do
it
your
upon
actions
themselves to
mirror
take
that though?
feelings,
Oh,
not my
Tone.
problem.
But do your actions mirror that though?
Huh?
I said, but do your actions mirror that though? Because you could say, "Hey man, I'm not looking for nothing," but if you whining and dining, if you giving her all your time and shit, that's no sir.
You got me.
Mhm.
You got me. You
No,
fucking
that's-
got
You
me.
can't play. You can't play house
Listen.
and then say, nah. What you mean? I don't want no girl. What you mean? Like,
I don't. Well, shit.
It's midnight on Friday. And Tone
shit.
let's go.
you ain't right.
Man, listen, it's not that I
Look,
don't want a girl.
Rick about to say, you
Your
know what?
apology text is gonna go out like a motherfucker.
Tone, we better stop.
We'll brief moment. It will be.
Tone, we better
It's not that I
stop.
don't want a girl, is that I don't want to move fast enough in the event to where I find myself in a relationship without getting to know somebody.
Okay, but you'll put their feet up in your dashboard in your car. But all right, we better stop.
That's two totally different things. Now, see, that's not the husband strokes. That's just fun.
Fact. See, right? It's not the husband strokes at all. However, I will say this: I do some stuff that's out of pocket to where it's like, hey, like
Sending them the mixed signal.
the good morning text. I'll be doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, see you
See
wilding.
that? See you doing
Yeah,
that
you
small
wild.
talk in the morning, and then what happens is you do it every morning when you meet them for about a good 3 weeks, and then you don't do it for 2 days, and you can't figure out why. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" Because you don't changed up your behavior. You got to
This man
start
is
off this
toxic.
way and move it up. If you
I
start off
don't think
this
that's
high,
toxic. I
it
think
is
that's more of.
Rick.
I think that's like
Setting them up for a false
figuring
expectation.
Rick, if you
figuring
start
each
them
other
off,
out. That's what I call it.
no,
Figuring each
no.
other out.
Oh,
If
that's
you
what you call
start
it?
them off high,
Yeah.
Rick, it's harder to go down. You gotta
That's
start off up here.
This man is an
what I call it.
emotional
I
roller
call it.
coaster.
He is. He's so sensitive.
So then
That's
how I'm not
okay.
sensitive. I used to be. You're right. I used to be. So I'm not sensitive.
You know what?
But
You try
so how do
very
y'all feel?
hard to be an asshole,
You said what?
but even though you've converted to being more of an asshole and making yourself be an asshole, that center part is still there. It's still there. It
Still
ain't going
mushy.
nowhere.
You right.
It's still in there, and
You right.
it peeps out.
You right. You're right. However,
Hennessy will do that.
you're gonna have to be. Hey, I was just telling. Hey, no real talk. I was telling this chick that I was talking to for a minute, and then she just dropped off the face of the planet for whatever reason. Because I told her I was like, listen, in order for you to access
Uh-huh.
that big heart that I gave somebody for 8 years, we're gonna have to be solid. Like I'm not trying to just automatically be in a relationship with you after a month. Like that's not enough time for me to understand, your
That's
flaws,
not
understand how
ridiculous.
you walk and stuff like that. I ain't heard from her ever since.
Well,
And I was
that's
like, I
all
don't
right.
mind talking to you. I was like, hey, we can kick it, we can talk. Hey, if we really gonna do this, all the other
Did you
shit,
care when it happened when she
all
dropped
those
off
other
face?
chicks are
Did
cut
you care?
off.
Did you care when she dropped off the face of the earth?
I did because
For how
I
long?
like a day.
Okay, I
Listen,
was gonna say because when people do stuff like that, I used to,
He said
you
this.
know, I used to be mad about it for a long time, but then after a while, you learn, you know what? If it happens, that's good because now you could have wasted 8 months of my life. Now you wasted a month and you're out of the picture. All right, good.
yeah.
Moving on.
But you know why? But you know why it didn't hurt me as much though? Getting back to dead plants is because I didn't put that much energy. I only put about maybe a month's work.
No, it's because you was at the mall when you did it, and a girl with a fat ass walked by you.
That's not true. That's not true. I was banking on. Yeah, I was banking on that because we had nice conversations. I thought we were gonna be solid. And once I told her that, and I was like, if this is what it is, and this is what we're gonna do, then let's go ahead and do it. But we're gonna have to be solid for me to ever like be like, hey, you my girl. We gonna be hanging tough and all this other crap, whatever. But nope.
Some people don't like the truth tone.
Yeah.
What's up, Nigel?
Yeah.
Some
Buddy?
people want you to lie to them. I used to ask people all the time when I first meet them. I said, "Look, you got two choices. You make it now. Either you want me to tell you what you want to hear, or you want me to tell you the truth. Whichever lane you pick, make sure you stay in it because that's where I'm staying."
It's a
So
great song.
don't ask me what my grandma used to say. Don't ask me questions if you don't want to know the answer. If you
I
really
hear
don't
that.
want to know the answer, don't ask the question.
Fuck these hoes.
Yeah.
What is well? That's your problem. That's your own. Get you a woman.
Oh man,
Fuck these hoes.
that's funny.
Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
I ain't found a good one yet.
First of all, that's a lie.
Well,
Because every girl you dated, it wasn't bad the whole time. It was good at some point, or when you started, or you wouldn't have went deeper. And if you did go deeper when it was bad, that's your own damn fault, not her fault.
It's a good
you
one.
might be like Eddie Murphy in that one movie where everything good until he finds something small to point out. I hate her toes.
Yeah,
What was that? Boomerang.
right.
Boomerang.
Yeah, boomerang. Yeah.
Boomerang.
You are not gay. I know.
Boomerang. Boomerang. Yep. You know what's so crazy though? You got me, Tone. You got me. You got me.
How many people are watching that Instagram live of yours?
It dropped down to 2. It was a few, but it dropped down to 2.
Oh, I thought you was popping. Never mind.
I'm a nobody. I'm a
You
nobody.
had more on TikTok. Wait, you didn't do it on TikTok last time, did you?
No. It was on IG. There was a lot on IG last time, but
Yeah, there were.
you did get me, Tone. You did get me because I have abandonment issues. I'm not gonna lie. So if I find something I don't like, I'm like, sorry about it, can't talk to you anymore.
Oh, that's why you were so sad when I PCS.
This
You said
bitch
what?
earlobes too low. I ain't fucking with her no
That's
more.
why you were so sad when I PCS. You had a little watery eye.
Oh my god. Here we go. Here we go. Yo, dead ass. Speaking of feet, that's exactly what happened to me. I was talking to this girl, kicking it, whatever, just like that, whatever. Went to her house, right? Went to her house, and then she was like, "Hey, because over here in Hawaii, you take off your shoes before you walk in the house, stuff like that, right?" Bro, I go in the house. She takes off her socks.
No, don't. I don't know
Feet,
what.
toes are done or whatever, but she had the ashy heels, son. She had the ashy heels. I was like, that got me. I was like,
Well, wait. Hold on, hold on, hold
She
on.
might not have put on
Was it
lotion just that
always ashy
day.
when she had socks on, or was it like when she would
no,
have like regular shoes on, it would be ashy too?
that was the
Because the
first time
difference.
I seen
Because
it. That was the first time I seen
nah,
it.
see, nah, you
Yeah,
got to
I'm
give it
sorry,
another
bro.
chance.
Hey,
Like you got to catch her in like sandals or something
sorry,
too.
man.
Because if
This
they
is my
ask you with
mindset.
socks
So this is
on, then
me.
like maybe she
Well,
just ain't want to put lotion on or whatever. But if they ask
yeah.
you with like open toed shoes, where you can see her heels, then
But
she
this is
doing some
me.
bad
If
decisions with
you
her life.
invite me over and you like trying to set the mood and stuff like that, come on, man.
Maybe
What
she
if she
had
was
a little bit
comfortable
of
with you?
rush that morning. Look, nobody
Come
get mad
on,
when
man.
you.
You're comfortable with heels that it's like
So
when
you've been perfect every time you. Okay.
I have.
Oh my God.
This
So he showed up dripping in baby oil and cocoa butter.
with the deepest voice. Hey, what's up,
Hey,
baby?
hey, Keone, remember that time we went to St. Louis and then we were
Uh-huh.
talking about fucking putting baby powder in your fucking
And
on your
what?
balls?
No. Also, my uncle told this joke. Back in the day, they used to put baby powder, on their chest and everything, right?
Oh my god.
So he put his little baking powder on. It was like the 70s or something. And he went to the club and danced all night and got this chick and went home. And they was sweating all night. They were in the
Yeah.
club dancing. And he took his clothes off and he said that girl hollered. She screamed and ran. And when he looked down, all the baby powder had them knotted up from the sweat. And it looked like
Oh shit.
oatmeal down
It
there.
looked like grits. It looked like grits.
That motherfucker was dancing hard. Shit.
Yeah, because he was like, hey, cause I forgot what we were talking about because it was with that soldier that was in our same unit. And he was like, yeah, so I put baby, because we were in a parking lot. So he would start
Yeah.
going like this in the parking lot, baby powder down the draws. And we're
Who?
like, huh?
Who?
Tall, light skin.
Oh yeah.
So
I
before,
had got a text.
yo,
I thought you was
Tone,
talking about me. Yes, he
Tone,
did. Yes.
before we got in the club, he going hand with the baby powder.
Yes. It's
OD. And I'm like,
crazy.
bro, what the fuck are you doing? And then he was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? My balls be sweaty. So when we in there dancing, you know what I'm saying? I don't want, the girl, if it comes down to it, my balls be all sweaty, wherever, it's gonna smell like baby powder. So Keone's fucking asshole ass, he was like, you're fucking dumb. Why would you do that? If your girl wants
Yeah,
to do
like
something and she puts her hand down there, she's gonna feel fucking grits. Bro, I die. I'm like, I'm not going to the club anymore. I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna do this with anybody. I'm not gonna do it. And broke his heart.
Look,
Broke
you,
his heart.
you know
got the
how when you're
all-star
really
special right there in
well
his
because
pants.
I was 12 years older than him. So you know how when you're really young and you're out
Yeah,
with
you
everybody your
nervous and
same
shit.
age and you think you're doing the coolest shit ever, like you in the parking
Mhm.
lot before you go in because you're gonna see girls, and you just think you're so fly and everything's working. And I'm just sitting here like these dumbasses don't know what the hell they doing.
Yeah. He just fucked up. It was at
They
that
thought
moment
they
he
were
knew.
doing it. Rick had on every color in the damn rainbow. I don't know what outfit that was.
He had on some Coogee.
I don't
But you
know
couldn't
what
tell
I was
him nothing.
thinking,
Hey, you couldn't tell him nothing, boy.
bro.
What the
When I tell you,
Swag on 100.
2008, Ricky,
Oh, them was rough times, bro. That was Jabos and fucking tall T era. So like, I mean,
bro. I don't know. I look at pictures now. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? What was I thinking?
I'll try to tell him, but you know how you do when somebody's older. You just old. I'm like, all right,
Hey, shut up, old school. Nobody want to hear that shit.
all right.
Man, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take this
Came
time
out
to
and
hard.
got, but look, because you knew it wasn't your looks, because it came out and they all surprised they ain't got no numbers.
Hey, bullshit. I got numbers.
I'm talking about that night.
That night I got numbers. What
No,
you talking
you
about?
did. You remember through nostalgia because that was one of the things y'all were talking about. Tone, I'm gonna tell you the real story. So he got some stories for you, but they got little rose lenses on them. So
He done jazzed them up. He done took out all them bad parts. I get it. He give me the highlight reels. I get it. I see what's going on.
You know how
missing a whole hour and a half. He's like, no, don't worry about that. That was just little stuff. Don't worry about that.
You know how you tell your kids, I used to get straight A's in school, and your old mama be in the back to my boy, you ain't never had a straight A in elementary school in your life.
Heck no. Heck no.
Oh man.
Yo, speaking of old though, let me tell another quick story. This morning. So I want to take this time to apologize to you, Keone. All those times where I was calling you old at PT, saying, you can't hang and all that stuff like that. I was hurting today at PRT. Tone, they said prone roll. It took me a minute to get down on that floor. I was like, ooh, woo. I was like, man, when did my knees get this bad? What's going on?
And Tone, and it's like they tell you, man, I'm passing you. Bitch, I'm 34. You 20. You better be passing me.
You're supposed to be. You're supposed to be way ahead of me.
And it's I don't know how they do the scores now, but I remember when I was it's so ridiculous. How the hell middle-aged people, because we're supposed to be in our prime, from 27 to 30, your shit's like way harder than some 20-year-old. I'm like, what is this?
I never understood that shit either. It made no sense to me. So you mean tell me he 18, fresh out of high school, can run a whole marathon and then go smoke some cigarettes and be totally fine. But me at 35, I'm supposed to be the same as him or better? Like, what the fuck? Like, that makes no sense.
Here's the thing, Tone. Rick used to pass me on the run and laugh, but then I'd be over there on the push-ups looking at him. Why you slowing down? What's wrong? Why your chest hurt?
Those are facts. Like, those are my weakness. Yeah, those are facts. But yo, we were playing football today, man. Hey, and you know me, and you know too, Keone, when we did our flag football joint too. Competitive. Y'all both know I'm all in today. Yeah. Oh no! I'm standing like this. I'm open right here. Catch it. Hey, throw it to the next person. I'm not running. I ran for 2 touchdowns. After that, they're like, "Sorry, what are you doing?"
That's why when you get a certain age, you always go and play quarterback.
That's exactly. That's exactly what I was. They were like, "Here, Sergeant." I was like, "Hey, no, don't mind if I do. Go open. Just walking."
Hey, look, when you get really old, you go all-time quarterback.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's what I thought you was finna say.
Yo,
they be the first one to say that shit. Like, no. I'll do both sides. Yeah.
I was hurting today. I'm like, man, this is this what 35 is like? This is crazy.
Hey, we used to play football when we go. You know how you pick your team, just like basketball pickup, right? Yeah. And so it was so funny. I can't remember who it was. I think Rick was the only one on my team, but I kept picking like the older, little short white guys, like in their 30s. So they were clowning me because they was getting all the guys that looked like us with the dreads and all that.
Yeah, the San Antonio Spurs is who you pick.
Beat the brakes off their ass. Because what they were doing is every time the quarterback say hike, everybody on the team do a go route.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Everybody. So I'm over here throwing these little 3-yard passes to these little short white guys. Touchdown. Man, they beat my ass. Now they arguing. On the part. So I dink and dunk them. And then, all right, Rick, you ready? Yeah.
Yep, hit him with the one go out of there.
Yep.
Boom. Facts. And then once he behind you, you're not gonna catch him. You might catch him now, but you weren't gonna catch him back then.
Oh, you definitely catching me now. And it was very humbling today because I tried to do a go route, and Tony, I tore my Achilles.
I was gonna ask you how was it playing like being back out there now?
I had one leg. I had one fucking leg.
How'd you tear your Achilles? Because I don't know about that either.
Football
being old.
Yep, being
not
old in
stretching.
football.
Oh,
Also here.
that part. Because when I used to go play basketball, with my uncles as a teenager, I used to laugh because I'm like, you just run on the court and start playing. Like you show up and they're like, hey, Rick, you just jump on and start playing. Man, when I hit that 3-0 and I just ran on the court and grabbed the ball, oh, what's that?
Bro, let me tell you to my Achilles real quick. So we went to the Atlanta
What's her name?
Falcons had
What's
a
her name?
veterans tournament.
Uh-huh.
So they
He
invited
said,
a
"What's
bunch
her
of
name?"
teams from all the installations throughout Georgia. You wildin', bro. You wildin'. So the Atlanta Falcons invite a whole bunch of teams from the installations in Georgia. Long
Well,
story
that's the
short,
first problem. That was the
oh
first
my.
problem. It was the Falcons. Of course, she was gonna get injured.
So long story short, went up for a freaking interception, got the interception, came down, and I thought somebody kicked me in my leg. And then I'm like, God, dog. And I
You
look
want to
back,
fight
and I was like,
somebody?
bro, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you kicking me in my leg? And he was like, ain't nobody touch you. And I was like, man, get the hell up out of here. So I tried standing up. I completely collapsed. My whole left leg went numb. And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? And I just could not stand up. I could not stand up. And then trainer came over there, and then my leg was like my foot was like this. And you know, Angel was there. And he was
Yeah,
like,
of course.
oh, he was
Make it
like,
worse.
here goes Sergeant Kennedy. He wants everybody to feel sorry for him. Feel sorry for me. Look at me. The trainer came
That's
over there.
my
He was like,
dog.
the trainer came over there. He was like, hey, bro. He was like, that Achilles gone. And I was like, oh, baby Jesus. That's when I just found out I was going to Hawaii. And I was like, they're not going to let me go. I was like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
over with.
crazy. This is crazy. But yeah, that's how I tore my Achilles.
I like how in sports they just say stuff to you so calmly. Yeah, that foot's gone.
Yeah,
Your career's over. I'm like,
yeah, nah,
damn,
it's over with.
you couldn't break it to me easy.
Facts, man. But
Start
today,
playing beat today.
but Tone, today when I was running, like I said, I went for two touchdowns. Right after that,
Oh,
nah, my leg was like, hey, you might need to go ahead and sit down, buddy.
hey, slow it down, playboy.
Like you might want to just chill out.
Yeah.
And then again, like to your point, Keone, that people could catch me. Oh yeah, they was catching me. They was these young bucks, just like it was with me and you. 19, 20 years. He's like, hey, sorry, man, you so old, man. That's crazy, man. You ain't
First
getting
of
nothing
all-
else no more.
First of
You ain't
all,
getting no
you
more
were the-
touchdowns. I was
First of
like,
all,
eh.
it wasn't the Young Bucks. You were the only one that kept saying that to me. That's number one. And number two, I still beat you at everything, so I didn't worry about it.
No, you didn't. You can't beat me at Madden. Sorry about it.
This man been trying to beat me at Madden for over a decade.
Hey, so you ain't even believe it when you said it, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
I beat the hell out of the computer, but for some reason, when I play you be cheating.
Whatever them tricks do.
All the tricks, Tone. The controller not working.
Oh, man,
I was like, man, you didn't charge
his
your
stick
controller
is
before I came
stuck.
over here, man. What the hell wrong with you? Charge your shit. Damn.
Got them loser excuses on deck. I see.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh.
But have y'all ever came across anybody in your life that y'all felt like y'all were putting all your energy into and you just wasn't getting nothing back though? From a relationship standpoint. I know you got too many relationship podcasts, Keone, but let's dip into the
I'm
podcast.
just telling you because it was back to back, and then sometimes when you do a new show, if you talk about similar topics, new people who don't know you, they think, oh, this is going to be a relationship show.
Yeah.
And then what I try to do on the channel, since most YouTube channels, that's just their stuff. But since I have so many different types of shows, I make sure we have shows that are themed. So like we have a political show. So on the other shows, we try not to talk politics because that's like
so you save it for that.
People, it's like people can go where they're trying to hear something different. They don't want to hear the same thing. So we got a relationship show, we got a politics show, we got a yoga show. So I don't have more than. We had another person come in. She wanted to do yoga. I said, I got a yoga. Do you do something else? And she said, yeah, I do. I said, okay, well, let's do that. That's all. But
But
relationships
yeah,
can be
relationship.
anything because when we say relationships, that's
What
dating,
kind?
that's marriage,
So how
that's
about this? Let me narrow it down.
friendships,
Yes,
that's work.
dating, somebody that
Okay.
you're talking to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely ran into that. I think that was honestly probably all of my college experience, or most of it anyway. Um, for example, I'll give up probably one of the first females that I got in a relationship with. I was a freshman, she was a sophomore going into her junior year. And we met instantly connected, vibe was great. She was, beautiful woman, everything was cool. Fell fast, and before I knew it, I'm sleeping over at her crib. She's sleeping over at my crib. I got the key to her place. Like all her friends
Antonio,
know
seriously?
me. Hey, like dead serious. I met her moms. I met her brother. Like it was deep. But we like started. I started realizing like okay, like in like a year, if we keep at this, in a year, I'll be a sophomore heading into junior year, and she'll be gone. So it's like we really sat down and we talked about it and was like, well, she realized it too. And she was like, well, this relationship is probably going to hit a brick wall real soon because we're going to come to that crossroads where it's like, if you keep pouring into this, I'm going to expect certain things out of you that maybe you don't want to deal with while you're in college. Because it's like, this is your time to figure out who you are, find yourself, have fun. And maybe if you get serious with me, you'll miss that entire thing. And of
Yeah.
course, that's hard to hear because I'm like, wait, what you mean? I want to be with you. Like, I'm here for this. I'm hearing this now. But looking back on it, that was probably like the most important like relationship I had in college because it kind of shaped my mind into okay, not everything needs to be as serious as okay, I'm only with this person. It's only going forward. It's only marriage or bust. It's like I had to realize that every relationship isn't that. Some are just to teach you certain things about yourself, how you love, how you receive love. Some is to teach you about who you give your energy to, what you put your time into, and things like that. So I definitely poured into that situation way more than I should have, way faster than I should have, but it also helped me on the back end with every future endeavor because it helped me keep my mind straight and be like, whoa, slow down. Don't
Yeah.
don't dive too far in the deep end because that may not be where she's trying to go with this. Feel it out, let it work itself out. Still be the man that you are, but like we talked about earlier, don't give her your full self. Don't give her your full attention because that may scare her away. That may make her take a break, make take a pause, or that may not be the path that she's looking for.
Yeah.
So I definitely have run into them situations, but it is everything is helped for the relationship and the marriage that I'm in now, for the person that I am.
It is because we're sold that fairy tale at a very early age, right?
Oh,
That fairy
facts.
tale of everything's got to be true love at first sight. Your hair school sweetheart is going to be with you forever, and all of this. Get married as fast as you can and start a family. And people rush so fast because everybody knows that honeymoon stage when you first meet somebody,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
It's all every it's just like when you break
Sunshine and
up.
fucking
I'm never
rainbows.
gonna love anybody again. You know how it's all dramatic and my heart's
Yeah.
broken. It'll never be healed. And then sooner or
Hmm.
later, oh, I met the perfect person for me. He's just
Yep.
perfect or she's just perfect. And then
Yeah.
that one goes awry later. That's it. I'm done with it. F Negroes, F hoes, F all this stuff. I'm done with it. And then here we go. Back again. You live long enough,
Yeah.
you
The
hear that
cycle
story
continues.
from friends a million times. It's like, please,
That's crazy.
please. There are
So have
two. Do you know how many people there are on this planet? Let's forget the planet. There's 320 something million people in this country. There
oh,
is
I thought I was
no
about to say I was
way.
like, are we going beyond the planet?
There
Uh,
is. I mean,
Yeah,
I
let's talk
said
about
on,
Mars.
I
Some
said
bitches
on
up
this, I said on this planet. I
there.
said, but let's just do the country. There's 320 something million people in this country. You mean to tell me there's only like four people that I'm compatible with, that I can
That's
fall
it.
in love with?
Yeah, that's
Like,
it.
so it's never gonna be, well, this is it.
you
This
don't
is
think that's
it.
possible? You don't think that's
No,
possible?
what's possible?
That it could really only be a handful of people that you can really, really be compatible with.
No, it's just that you're never gonna meet 300. You're never gonna meet 100 million people. That's the
Yeah.
Oh
problem.
yeah,
That's the problem. No.
unless you
Because
travel.
if you're really into someone, there's somebody else like them.
Yeah.
You're
Could
not
be a
the
better
only
version of them somewhere
yeah,
that you
you're
just
not the
haven't met
only
yet, or
Rick
worse.
next door around here. Could be like you
Hey,
said,
let them know. You're
or
only
worse.
Rick. Let them know. Let them know.
It could be better, or it could be worse. You know?
I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I
What you think?
I'm just, hey, oh man, this is a complete. See, I don't feel like talking about relationships, bro. Like I don't
No, you don't
feel
got to talk about
like talking
relationships,
about
but
motherfucking
just
relationships.
about the part that we're talking about
I
right
will
now.
say
Yeah.
I don't. But so I'll be real. I'll be real. I don't think that I do agree with you, Keone. But damn, man, I just feel like that person that is for you, you will never know until you take a chance to actually build with them. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like
But but
I
it's
don't believe in the whole, even though that has happened. I mean,
mhm,
love at first sight.
Love at first
There's
sight.
never been an issue with people who just meet out of the blue and bam, they get
yeah,
married and they're
it
married for fucking
happens.
50 years, right?
It happens.
I was like, but for the most
Yeah.
part, you gotta go through that grind
Yeah.
with that person that you think you love.
I mean, there have been people that are perfect together, but it didn't work out. It's like, yes, we are
Yeah.
perfect for each other. We weren't meant to be together, or and then things have a shelf life. I mean, remember, I don't want to get all religious, but men, and I don't think the humans were monogamous before we started getting religious. It's just too natural.
What you mean by
We're,
that?
well, we're
I
animals.
already know where you're going. I
We
agree.
don't think of ourselves as animals because we drive cars and we talk, but we're animals. It's a law of
Yeah.
attraction. Your the whole job as a male is to attract a mate, whether that's the same sex mate,
Hmm.
even if you're gay, or it's a
Yeah,
woman. You're trying to attract. Women do stuff and they try to attract. Even women that do stuff that you say isn't necessary. Like there might be a girl that gets her nails done really long and hair and all that, and but some of them are doing it for dude, but a lot of them are doing it because they think this is what somebody wants to see.
Yeah.
Peacocking,
yeah,
call it peacocking. And so you're
Yeah.
always trying to attract. Now we've put morals on it. So now we're trying to find that soulmate,
yeah.
right? Even when you get married,
Mm.
you've never cheated on your wife and you perfectly love her. Still, when you see something, you like, oh, I don't want to get in that. But the difference between thinking about it and doing it, that's two different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
man, see, this is a whole other can of worms.
Do you believe we were meant to be? I'm not saying I've been monogamous. I've never cheated on anybody ever. But don't. Do you believe we were meant to be? I haven't. Why is that such a shock? What's the? It depends on who you are.
He got close to the cat. Look at his face. You see this face?
There's no point in
He's
cheating.
calling
If I gotta, if
bullshit.
I, he can call whatever he want. I'll do, I'll do a show where I line up the exes and they can tell you. If I gotta
just
cheat
be
on you,
hey, just
if I gotta,
because they don't know doesn't mean you didn't do it.
no, I didn't have those kind of relationships. Um, if I gotta cheat on you, there's no reason for me to date you. If
Are
I
we
gotta
talking about
cheat on you, the relationship is over.
Mm.
is it though?
I fuck with that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
by the time, by
Well,
the
well,
time,
as you know it,
yeah,
you
by the
could stay
time
after that, but it's
right.
like
By the
stupid.
time I'm thinking about, if I start thinking about cheating, I
Yeah,
have mentally checked out of this relationship.
Yep.
yeah. You know what's
It's the
crazy?
80-20
Somebody,
rule.
this girl told me that she believes that men are gonna cheat no matter what. Like it's just in their nature to cheat. I
Yeah.
argued
Who
that
hurt
that's
her?
not true or whatever, but there's really chicks out there who really believe that.
Yeah, but that's
But
the thing I was saying. Even
They stay like they stay.
but tone, from what I was saying, even if that's true, it don't mean just because you have a thought doesn't mean you should do it. Hell,
yeah,
that's what
exactly.
Bill
That's
Burr
true.
always
Yeah,
says this.
yeah,
That's how you
Yeah.
separate the psychos from the functioning psychos. You're driving, you're a little irritated, you see a bunch of people on the side of the road, and you're like, I would just like to mow them all down. But you don't do it because you're a
Yeah.
functioning psycho.
yeah. That's true.
So just because I would be sitting here lying if I said I never thought of sleeping with somebody else while dating someone, but I never did it.
Yeah. You never acted on it. And that's the urge that you're speaking of, being an animal. We, like you said, we're trying to find that bait. We're trying to procreate. we're protect and provide or whatever, the old school way. So like, of course, when you look at those things, I don't think we were designed to be monogamous, but I think now in today's traditional world,
Supposed to
it
spread
makes
that
sense
seed.
for, especially when you bring in the religious part, it makes sense for you to have, if especially if you're Christian, obviously there are other religions that say it's okay to have multiple. But like if you're looking from a like a Christian base, which is obviously what's pushed the most in the United States, they're gonna say, hey, a man and a woman, or or same sex partners, whatever. That's where you're supposed to be with that one person. But it's like you were saying, Keone, like when you tied in with somebody that special, you see a fat ass walk by, and you're like, God damn. And then your mind starts to race like, man, I get into that. But then, like you said, that's when you meet that crossroads. Are you gonna stay faithful and just have that thought and be like, thought, I'll keep that in the mind later? Or are you gonna be like, let me see if I can go over here and slide in the DMs real fast and lead down that road? And then at that point, like you were saying, the relationship is over as you know it, because once you hit that point to where you want to turn that thought into something physical, then you might as well cheat, because you're already mentally preparing yourself to fuck this other person over that you're supposed to care about and be with. So why even continue stringing them along
Yeah.
unless you from jump say, hey, I want to be in a polyamorous relationship, or I want to do something like that where I'm not just strictly bound to you. If you set them parameters in the beginning,
Mhm.
then hey.
Well, part of
But
it was
if you
my
say,
weight.
oh, I want to be solely with you,
There's,
and then you
Oh,
don't,
okay.
it's like,
That's feedback. Oh, my bad. Some feedback.
I
Well,
think
part of
there's
my problem was, and you'd call it chicken shit. This was the scary part for me. I never did it because I didn't want to be in the situation where I had to handle the heartbreak that I gave the person when they found out.
oh my
I did. I did
god,
not.
why are you doing
I
this right now,
I did
Keone?
not. Hold on. I did not want to deal with that. But you, what's that old saying, Tony? Ain't no booty like new booty. That's the
hey,
problem. Ain't no
yeah,
booty like
You're
new
over
booty.
here trying to win the hearts and souls of it. Oh my God, Keone is such a sweetheart.
No, it's not.
Oh
No, no,
my,
no, no,
oh,
no. Because if you break
oh,
down
Rick,
what I'm saying,
Ricky,
it's
you need
not
to
a
take some. You need to
no.
take some notes, Ricky.
No,
you need to
because
listen to him.
if you listen to what I'm saying, it's not a sweetheart thing. What I'm saying, the sweetheart thing is like I would never cheat on the woman or man of my dreams, my heart, my soul, and all that other shit. What I'm saying is, I didn't want to deal with the backlash of
You
having
didn't want to deal with the aftermath.
somebody's heart that I broke. Like that's a lot for somebody who cares. If you don't give a shit, because there's people that cheat on their person left and right and don't care. That's the thing. But I cared, so I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to break somebody's,
So
especially when I was
meaning
younger, because I didn't want to create another bitter woman.
I fuck with that.
there it goes. There it goes. You just look. All the girls are like, there. What is this guy single? Like where where is he at?
Men like this exist, women. They do exist. I swear.
So let me
For
ask you
real.
all that. So do y'all believe that even though that you may think about another chick or whatever it may be, do whatever it may be, like trying to get inside their pants or whatever, that's cheating, even though you don't act upon it.
No,
So if I
Thinking to
so
me, no. Fuck no.
no,
if I
because
okay, so
everybody has those thoughts.
Yeah, everybody has
You're
an
I
imagination.
always,
That's
yeah,
stupid.
I always say
because
this:
I don't know if
people
it's
who
one of
are
but one of
adults.
y'all said it though. One of y'all said that if you're thinking about it, you might as well go ahead and act upon it.
No,
No,
that's not
no, no.
what we said. No, no,
I
no, no,
was
no.
down the line. I
That's
didn't
not.
say that.
No,
I
that's not
said
what we
if you're
said.
thinking about
We
it,
said,
I said you at
yeah,
that crossroads. You either think
yeah,
about it and say, nah, I'm gonna stick
yeah,
solid with this woman,
Oh, okay, okay,
or
okay,
I'm gonna dive
yeah.
into it.
That's
So
what
I'm
I was.
saying
okay,
if
okay.
you
Yeah,
dive into it, then you might as well let it go. That's what I'm
I
yeah.
saying.
got you.
He was agreeing with me, is saying that's the difference between somebody that has a thought and somebody that wants to. It's like a girl that gets mad or a guy that gets mad because the girl liked somebody's picture on Instagram. It's like I'm tired of these adults in relationships acting like we still in high school. Who
Yeah.
cares? She liked the damn picture. Wow, that
Yeah, I can't
motherfucker
fuck this
lives in
picture. I
Minnesota.
can't do shit with this.
Right,
Yeah.
you live in
You know?
Georgia. The dude she liked lives in Minnesota. Like,
So is
get
Yeah.
that
out of
you don't
here.
think that's what if she told you? So what if she's in a relationship? Well, both. Well, you're married, Tone, and you. Let's
Fact.
say your wife or you're in a relationship, Keone, and they come up and tell you like, "Yo, I find that very disrespectful. I don't want you liking any other girls' pictures." How would y'all feel about that?
I
Then
would
we're
have a
gonna have a
very adult
conversation about it.
conversation. Well, now married is different than girlfriend because you have. I mean, I treated them both the same, but that's not everybody. I just have
Yeah.
that
So
conversation.
yeah. Go ahead.
Like, look, and I'm not gonna say it in this kind of tone to insult her and tell her. I say, listen, it's social media, it's Instagram. I like the picture. If that's a big deal for you, I need to know why. You got to ask follow up questions instead of debating and arguing. Why does that bother you so much? Because you're paying attention to other girls. I can do
I'm
that without
insecure.
liking an Instagram picture. Okay, then we
They'll
need
never
to
say
work.
that.
Then we need to work on your. Melinda said it, but that's only one. Um, well, we need to work on your insecurities. But again,
Yeah.
I'm also speaking as a person that never had those problems when actually.
Bro, did you have any problems?
Of course I
This
Fuck.
nigga
did.
perfect.
Like, like,
Of
damn.
course,
Did you have
no, of course,
any problems
yeah,
in life?
yes,
Fuck.
a lot.
Like,
Yeah,
shit.
but see, here's the thing, Kennedy. When me and my girlfriends and significant other had problems, they were big problems. They weren't the stupid liking a picture. You looked at a girl. You
Well, I'm
it
sorry
wasn't
that
that
you're a whole
stupid stuff.
decade older than me and everybody else
No,
that
it
you talk
doesn't.
to.
It's
Like,
still
like
doesn't.
God, dog.
No, I wasn't born 40. You fucking Nimrod. Okay, all
Name is
right.
Earl. He was born 40 and fixed cars.
Yeah, my
God, dog,
argument
man.
our arguments were like legitimate arguments, not you like the picture. You're
I
supposed to be
know.
home at 6 o'clock and it's 6:05. We didn't do that petty,
That's
stupid
it.
shit.
But you have to agree though. That's an age thing. I grew up in an age where girls are. That's what matters to them.
No,
Liking fucking
okay, you
pictures,
don't
To
understand.
getting
some.
phone
To
calls and
some.
shit like that.
No, no.
Yes.
This gender battle has been going on forever. It happened in my 20s with my 20-year-old friends. That's why I'm speaking from experience. It's not a new thing. This is not a new concept. We didn't have Instagram, but when you turned your head to the right and you turned it back to the left, you would have thought you ripped that girl off and just screwed her over the counter in front of your girlfriend. The way she acted, it's not a new thing, Ricky.
So what you're telling me is that you're perfect. Like,
No, what did
sorry
he not
about
just hear? I
it.
said we had arguments, but they were big arguments. You hear what you want to hear, okay? All right. Me and
I
my
do have
Hey, I'll
girlfriend
be honest.
argued.
multiple.
Me and my me
I've
and
had
my
that
girl.
conversation before.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend and wife argued when I didn't pay, when I forgot to pay the fucking electric bill and the goddamn lights turn out. That's an argument. Not that I looked at the girl when she walked by me to the bathroom.
But see, that's the thing. Like, that's not an argument for me. All
Yeah, it
right.
is an argument because what do you mean it's not an argument? I'm supposed
You
to take that.
forgot. You forgot. You probably had a whole bunch of shit on your fucking plate.
No, I didn't.
Hey,
No,
too
I didn't.
bad.
That's
You,
part of the argument. I
but
was
you
in there
ended up
playing.
paying it though,
I
right?
was in there. I was in there playing goddamn PlayStation, and the damn lights turned off
It's
because he told me 4 times to go pay the light bill, and I said I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow, and then I had to get
tomorrow
fussed
never
at because I
became.
didn't do it tomorrow. But what I'm saying is, those you're acting like that's nothing. Yeah, it is something. There's a whole shitload of groceries just that went to waste because I think it was also a Friday, and they ain't turned shit back on until Monday. But anywho,
Ah,
that's an
That makes
argument,
sense.
not that high
That
school
is the
stuff.
argument. Okay, I'm thinking they turned the lights
Yeah,
on the next day.
no, no, no. But still, our arguments were big, not big like knockdown drag it, but I mean they were about important shit, not you liked a picture or you looked at somebody.
well,
You know,
important is relative though, and I think that's what we can't miss too, because obviously there's in super important shit like a house over your head, food in your refrigerator, clothes on your back, shelter, all that type of shit, safety, like that goes into the whole Freud thing. Like, of course, those things are important, but when those things are met and that's your current base, then you start getting into the specifics of that person. So
mhm.
I'll say, for instance, I got into this argument before where it's like, well, you like this girl picture. It's like, okay, well let's talk about it. Cause to me, picture look good. That was me saying, oh hey, that picture look good.
Sorry about it.
That's
Sounded
it.
good.
It wasn't a but because of this person's past,
Mm.
other guys that may have liked that picture, it started with a like, but then it ended with them sliding the DMs or ended with them trying to holler at the girl or find out the girl and sullying the relationship and lying and all this type of shit.
Yeah.
So if you see that pattern, well, for her, if she saw that pattern, she was like, "Oh shit, here we go, another one." So I think it was important for me to have that conversation instead of dismissing it, because to me, shit wasn't important. I was like, whatever, I like that shit like a month ago. Like I don't even remember that shit. And I saw it again, I was like, oh yeah, yeah, it is a nice picture. So what?
Yeah.
But because I understood what was important to her, instead of just saying or dismissing it because it really wasn't a thing to me, I heard her and I understood where she was coming from. So I'm like, okay, now I have to be cognizant that,
You gotta
my
stop
actions are it's kind of fucked up because my actions are now being judged based off of her past because of what other guys have done to her. But
Mhm,
that's a challenge that I accepted when I
mhm.
accepted this responsibility or this role of trying to get to know her and be with her.
You gotta
So
stop
eventually,
agreeing with me.
yeah. So eventually, with time and throughout the relationship, of course, you break down the walls and those roles, and you're like, okay, now I know if he like a picture, it's literally just to like a picture. It's nothing deeper than that
Mhm.
because I've had the experience and the time with him to know he's not like the rest of those guys that are gonna like the picture and then find out her name, her handle, and then shoot her a message and then delete it so I can't see it and be secretive and go off all on some bullshit. But like literally just surface like, oh shit, that's dope. Like, and then move
Listen,
on about your day.
the stuff that he's saying, first of all, they weren't perfect. But here's the thing: that what he said when I said ask follow up questions, that thing he was saying, when I would meet people, and that was the thing that would be happening in like the first 2 weeks that I met them, we never got to the dating part.
Yeah, I'm saying it's
That's
probably
why I
over with.
think
Like,
I
nah, I'm
had
good.
a better success than failure rate because I tried to pay attention to the warning signs before we started dating. So when I used to get people that would get mad because, like, I had one girl, I wanted to date her so bad, but she was like, "You can't have female friends." Bye.
Yeah.
I never subscribed that. So you mean to tell me my friend that's been my friend for 12 years, I'm gonna stop talking to her because you came up here. When I date you and we break up, guess who's still gonna be my friend? Her. So no, she's not going anywhere.
You know what's crazy? I did that shit for my ex-wife, man. And
Hey,
you know what?
you notice friendships
And you
last
know what,
longer than
Keone?
relationships.
Keone,
Yeah.
guess who it was? It was with, you remember Crystal when you came and see me before I went to go to deployed?
Oh, Crystal.
I know, right? I was friends with her, as you probably know or
You stop being
remember.
friends with Crystal.
Yeah.
You're
Yep.
you're an asshole.
That
Yeah,
is probably
Pootie Tang make y'all do
that's a
some
regret.
things.
That is a
Side eye
regret. Like,
tape.
you know, it's crazy too. Like, that is literally a regret because I remember once I got married and I went back to Texas for ALC. Yep, it was ALC. I remember meeting up with her, and this is what really started our problem between me and my ex-wife because we were texting each other, and I was like, "Hey, we need to meet up because we need to clarify some things." You know what I'm saying? And so we can move forward on some stuff as far as communicating and stuff like that. Because ex-wife was like, "Yo, you're too close with her. I don't care if you've been with her, been friends with her for like 10 years. I don't care. That's disrespectful." And blah 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 blah. But me, because I loved my ex-wife, love making do crazy things. Went back to Texas, met up with her, and I was like, "Hey, man," I'm like, this is hard for me, but wifey is saying that she's very, very, she sees it as disrespect. And I love you. I always had love for you, but the way we communicate, we just can't do that no more. And man, when I tell you that, it was hard for me to do that. And then she started crying. She was like, of course, she got upset. She was like, that's fucking bullshit, but
Yeah,
whatever
it
it is, what it
was.
is, this, that, and third. And I was like, I don't know what else to say. That's my wife. I gotta respect her and her wishes. So
Yeah.
this, that, and the third. Man,
So
bro, when I tell you that is shout out to Crystal because that was my first love. I'm gonna do a podcast episode on that. Whoever
Oh,
Crystal,
see, no, 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 no. See what
that
you
was my
did
nice
first
is wrong.
love.
Nope, nope,
What?
nope, nope, nope.
oh well, yeah, you just threw a
What?
little
See what
extra
you
sauce
just
in there. You
did?
can't just slide that
What?
shit in there.
Yeah, because the
What do you
way
mean
That's
I
a
you
can't
whole
slide that in
different
there?
no, no, no,
dynamic
no, no, no,
now.
no. Because I
How?
know no, because I know
Because
who Crystal.
it's no longer
Yeah,
platonic. If that's your first
you
love,
right,
I
but
know, but we were friends. Then we dated. That was my first love, like throughout high school, all that
but you
shit.
left
Then
that.
after
That's
that,
important.
it
Rick,
just didn't. You're right. You're right. But it just didn't work out, and we remained
no,
friends. Like we were solid. We were
I
solid.
still I'm not saying that you still shouldn't have been friends. I think you still should have been friends. I was just
Should
saying
just
when
been
the way
certain
you told the
parameters.
story to the audience and then threw that in there at the end.
Yeah, through that shit. Yeah, we fucked like 17 times, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's neither here nor there. That
Well,
that that wasn't important.
I'm
It's
glad my
neither
wife
here or
did.
there. It doesn't matter in that section.
I'm
Not. Don't
glad
worry
my
about
wife didn't make me do that.
it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, man, like that, I would say that was a big regret.
So okay, so a question for you then: were you not able to like uh be like still be friends, or like you had to cut it off completely, or like it was just like
Yeah,
the
I had
way
to cut
that
it off
y'all were doing,
completely.
you couldn't? Oh, completely. Okay, so do you think it was, looking back on it, do you think it was something to do with the fact that she was your first love, or like, or if it
Yep.
was just like her saying no, it's a female, you can't fucking be with females?
No, I think that my ex was. I mean, actually, I know because we talked about this after the fact. But
Mm,
she was threatened by her because of I
okay.
was she came out of her mouth. She was threatened because she was uneasy how we would still be able to communicate and be just so close, even though we broke up. So to
Okay.
her in
So
her
do you?
trauma, so this is a
because
trauma thing, right?
because when
She
she
all
breaks
she
up, she
believes
that close.
Yeah, it's fire and
yeah,
brimstone, and
I'm
she
like, you
can't
gotta
fuck with the
fix
dude
that.
no
yeah. So
more.
she believes after a breakup, hey, you're done, blah blah blah
No,
blah. It is what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
like
You
a
cut ties. But for me and her and Crystal, it was like, yo,
yeah,
like
but
we've been knowing
wait,
each
yeah.
other since we were
she didn't know
fucking
that before
kids.
y'all got married.
She did know. She did know.
So I mean, that's now I'm even
Oh,
more
that's whack.
irritated because you could have brought
Yeah,
that
that's
shit
whack.
up before I
Yeah.
even got engaged to you.
Yeah,
Now,
But yeah,
see,
that's whack.
I
you
did.
handle.
So that's the thing. I did bring. Did bring that up. Bro. I even tried having them meet when I brought ex
Oh, that's the
wifey.
worst thing you could have did.
Nah,
No,
because
wait,
I'm the type
who?
like, hey, if she's gonna be in my life, like
Well,
if
No,
Chris is
I
gonna be there in
understand
my
where you're
life as
coming
a
from, getting
friend,
it out there and doing it. I get that.
well, I had a
Yeah,
bunch of
that
exes that met
makes
each
sense.
other, so I don't. I guess it's whoever you are and how it works.
yeah,
I'm saying in her
I just don't
eyes.
understand that if this wasn't made a big issue before engagement and now it's a big issue, I'm sorry.
yeah,
I know
and
we
I agree.
married, but listen,
Yeah, that's
me
whack.
and you will go to council and work on this, but my friend's not going no fucking, they ain't fucking
I
going
agree.
nowhere.
I agree. But
I was
again, I
married
was
from
young.
2007. I was married for 10 years before we separated. And
Yeah.
every friend I had when we got engaged and got married that was long term friends, I still have them now.
Hey, you were smart. I wasn't.
No, it's not about being smart. It's just that
Here he
everybody
is being
handles
perfect
things,
again.
There
everything
you
handles.
go, being the
No,
ladies' man.
listen, I
Oh,
can
here
tell
we
you, no,
go.
no, no.
Doing it,
I
saying
can
all
tell
the
you,
right
I
things.
am nowhere near perfect because I told you how I ruined my friendship with my best friend in the army.
Was she a female? I mean, was it a
No, it
female?
was a male. It was
Was she a
my
female?
best friend. He was my
Care
best
about it.
friend in the army. That guy would do anything for me. But remember, I told you that's when I was going through my struggles of sexuality, and somebody had got wind of it, and that was back in like what 1999. They didn't play that back then in the army.
Oh, the
Bro,
don't
I was
ask,
even
don't
in high
tell
So
school.
days.
I was in middle school.
Taking
yeah,
over for the
so
99 and the
so
2000.
what I did in my infamous wisdom
Yeah.
is I was at NTC and I was like, okay, I gotta do something. So I pretended to hit on my best friend's girlfriend and act like I fell in love with her, and we got in a big old fight, and that took a total distraction from the other thing. Nobody thought about that anymore. And
Mm.
so using her as a distraction, I lost one of the best friends of my life. So no, I ain't perfect. I have a lot of shitty decisions on my list. I just handle relationships better than some other people when I'm actually dating people or married to them. That's
But
all.
here's the thing though. And this is what makes me upset about you, Keone.
Oh God.
Tired of this fucking shit.
And we got 10
Here's
minutes
what grinds my
it's one
gears.
because it's 120
This is
and
what grinds my gears because you see what you did there though. You're like, oh
uh,
no, but you told the sympathy story because let's
it's
be
not a
honest. You're like,
sympathy story. I almost
I was
there
struggling with my sexuality, so
no, that's not a
She was
bro. See, you
she
hear
was a
the part of,
sacrificial lamb.
you hear this part of the story you want to hear. I just told you I lost number one, my best friend. Number two, do
Oh,
you know what
shit.
that did to their relationship? Because she was already insecure about him stepping out, whether he
Yeah.
was or not. That was a big issue for them. That was one of their biggest arguments. And I used their biggest argument as an opportunity to rid
Mm,
myself of an
Mm.
investigation that was
I see what
happening to
you're
me.
saying.
So you gotta look. There's onions to a story. You gotta rip back the layers. It's not just all roses and came out looking good. No, I lost my best friend. We got in a fist fight. I
Mm,
won, which made the fight made it even worse.
mm.
Damn.
You know. And then one of our mutual
Couldn't even whoop her.
friends died,
Oh my
and
God.
I couldn't even. And then this comes off of our mutual best friend who ETS 5 months before, a year before, that he thinks hit on her. So now you have one of your best friends hitting on your
Damn.
soon to be wife, and then you have the other best friend that you confided in with this story
Yeah.
do
And
that.
he go and do
Till
that
this
shit.
day,
Yeah.
yeah, till
Okay.
this day, he doesn't know it was fake on my end.
Are
Well,
you ever gonna tell him?
yeah. He probably knows now,
No, he
Keon.
doesn't. Oh, yeah. This show is so big. It's streaming all over America right now. We
He's
got
probably
90.
watching right now. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. He
So
gonna
No.
has
call
he?
you
So let me
tomorrow. That
ask you
shit
this
was
then:
fake.
How you gonna call me? You don't even know my number.
He'll
Has
find it.
so has he ever reached out or even tried to reach out or anything
Bro,
like that?
why? Why would you?
I'm just
Some people
asking.
want closure.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
no, his closure was we got into a fight and it said,
You have to say y'all fought, so
but
that probably
see,
was his closure.
I'm leaving a part out because I can't say it online.
And that's
I
fine.
can't say it. But I'm gonna tell you when we get off. Matter of fact, we gotta wrap up because it's
Yep.
1:22.
We're gonna wrap it up. Pause.
Wait, why is
I ain't
that
wrapping
pause?
shit up.
Everybody,
Go raw, go
All right,
home.
we're gonna
Go
wrap it up
green.
then. Hey, I